Hey, what's up everybody, how's it going? It's Burke, aka Dansg08 here with a very special hangout video for you guys. This is one that I've dreamed of doing at some point in the future, back when I had like 500 subs. But the reason I'm doing this is because in about 5 weeks time, 5 to 6 weeks, depending on how things go, I'll be hitting 50,000 subscribers, which is a massive milestone for me. And you know, as you guys have seen from the 6-year anniversary, it has been 6 years since I started doing this thing. And especially in the last 2 years, like I've said, I mean in May 2014 I was at 500. So in the last 2 years things really grew exponentially, and I find myself at the 50k milestone. For this reason I wanted to do something a little bit different, and if you watch the 6-year anniversary, you guys will know that I had something kind of in the back of my mind that I would do if I ever did reach 50,000 subscribers. So that is what this video is for, and it's going to be a competition which I will talk about very shortly, because first of all I need to talk about something equally important but kind of on a more negative note. So again, like I said in the 6-year anniversary video, I have plans. I've had plans for a long time to move to Turkey, to leave the UK, to pursue a filmmaking career out in Turkey, and I've been constantly going to and fro trying to sort out paperwork and all this kind of business, but long story short, I have that stuff sorted now. And it's almost certain now that by the end of October I will have moved out of here. So basically what that means for the channel is that obviously it's going to take me some time to relocate and to get myself set up again once I'm out there, etc. And obviously once I am out there I'm going to be spending my time, you know, mainly on other things other than YouTube. But perhaps in the 6-year anniversary video I made it sound like I'm never going to make videos again, like it was a farewell video. That was basically, I'm going to try my best to continue to keep making videos when I do have free time, because you know it's something that I love doing. You know, the past 2 years have been amazing, especially since I've been partnered. I've had an amazing time, you know, making these videos and hopefully entertaining you guys and all that kind of stuff. So you know, especially when I have time, I'm going to try my best to continue to keep doing that stuff for you guys as much as I can once I have moved. So you know, don't take this as it's the end of the channel. He's not going to be uploading anything anymore. I will do my best to keep going where possible. It will probably be much more kind of, I'll record, you know, let's say I have a day or two free, I'll record a huge chunk and then I'll release it gradually over time, etc. because it's going to be quite erratic. So it's not going to be like, you know, regular uploads like I am doing now, unfortunately. So yeah, basically that's the kind of bad news, the fact that I'm going to be moving and videos are going to be a bit more erratic in the future, unfortunately. But let's get to the good stuff, because what I wanted to do, especially because it coincides now with the time that I'm leaving, I wanted to kind of create a competition. And I've seen, you know, gaming channels do this stuff before, and it's always quite generic stuff like, okay, they probably get free copies of certain games, especially the bigger channels, and they say, okay, write in the comments which system you want the game for, etc, etc, and I'll not buy, because they probably already have it. I'll get the game for you and I'll post it to you. But I mean, I see that as kind of pointless, because you know, most people probably already own lots of video games anyway, especially if you're watching this channel. So for me, giving away video games is not, you know, it doesn't really do it for me. So I'm always someone that's, you know, trying to pursue things creatively. I'm quite a creative person myself, and I also love cinematic gaming. And I'm assuming that we share at least one of those two things, because you guys are here watching this channel. So what I wanted to do for this competition is for you guys to do something creative, and I will be doing something creative too. So here's what's going to happen. Basically, when I was thinking about what kind of competition I should do, I wanted to do something that wouldn't just rely on kind of random luck. So like I said, like the other people do, just submit a comment saying that you want to win something, and I pick randomly from the list. Because the way I see it, there's a lot of people that watch this channel regularly. I mean, I've memorized, like, you know, your usernames and all this stuff. You've been around for a long time and you've been supporting me for a long time. And I feel like, let's say I uploaded this video and it was just one of these random ones, someone that has just subscribed to the channel could find it, they could watch it, they could enter their name randomly, and they could just win a prize ahead of all of the people that have stayed with the channel for so long and that probably deserve it more than they do. But I guess if it is random, then there's no such thing as who deserves it, but you guys get what I'm talking about. So I decided to try and think up a competition in which people would, you know, to some degree earn the prize that they've won. And for this, I have decided to do a competition in which people need to get creative. Because one of the things I have with this channel is that obviously I try to entertain people as much as possible, both with the movie versions of games and with the commentary stuff that I do. So it's all kind of based on entertainment. I don't really offer much knowledge or any of that kind of stuff. So I decided to try and do something a little bit different and to try and get viewers to get a bit creative in order to win something nice. So what will I be doing is the question, and the answer, there's a reason why this guy is over here. I don't usually keep him there as a kind of show-offy type thing. This guy over here is Raiden from Metal Gear Rising, and I drew him like 2.5, 3 years ago, and it's become one of my prized possessions because I've got Hideo Kojima and Yoji Shinkawa to sign it. So it's one of my prized possessions. But what I will be doing, if I can get this back in place without it falling over, is drawing something. It's something that, again, if you watch the 6th anniversary video, which I talked about this stuff before, I have done some drawing in the past, and it was a kind of complete hobby thing. I've probably drawn 10 to 12 pieces in my entire life between the ages of 18 and 21 or so. So it's been over 2 years since I've drawn anything. But for this competition, what I will be doing is drawing one of my favourite video game characters. And this is where you guys come in. What I will be doing is holding some kind of a voting system where I'll create a poll and I'll put in, you know, the characters that I wouldn't mind drawing, and you guys will vote on which one you would like me to draw. And obviously the winner I will end up drawing. I will draw a portrait of those guys to the best of my ability. Obviously it's been over 2 years, so I'm going to be rusty, but I'm going to do my best. And basically the winner, the overall winner of the competition, will win that drawing from me. I will post it to them wherever they are in the world, unless it's somewhere really dodgy and for some reason I can't post it there. But I will do my best to reach it to whoever wins the competition. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing, but what about you guys? You're probably wondering, what do I have to do? Do I have to draw something too? Well, this is again something that I thought of, and I thought if I just make it a purely drawing competition, then that's probably going to alienate a lot of people who will say I can't even draw stickmen. So I decided to try and keep things as vague as possible and just to get you guys to have fun with something, so that, you know, the aim was, even if you don't win a prize, you still end up having fun doing whatever you're doing in order to participate in the competition. So that's why I've kept it vague. The theme is to basically pay tribute to your favourite game in some kind of creative way. So this could be through artwork. If you're musically inclined, it could be music. If you're good with words, you could write something, or you could upload a video where you talk about something. So basically I want you guys to pay tribute to your favourite game, because, you know, on this channel we all love our cinematic gaming, and I thought it would be something good for all of us to do together, is to pay tribute to our favourite game. My tribute will be through the form of drawing. You guys can do something different. Okay, so you're probably thinking, well, if I do a drawing and someone else makes a video and someone else makes a piece of music, you know, does a cover to a track from an OST, how are you going to judge this? Well, it's going to be tough. Obviously the downside is trying to judge these things against each other, but what I will probably do is just a mixture of probably how much skill it takes to create what you've created, how much time and effort you've put into it is always a big factor, and just how good a tribute is in general to the game that you're trying to pay tribute to. So, you know, it's just going to be a general, how did I feel when I saw it, you know, how much effort I thought was put into it, and it's going to be a more kind of, I'm going to judge it fairly generally as well. So one of the main things I was thinking of while I was doing this is, obviously there's going to be a difference in ability between the people that are entering the competition. So you're going to have people that are maybe in their 20s or higher. They're going to be highly skilled in a particular creative thing like drawing or music or whatever that is. And you're probably going to have people in their younger teens who are going to think, how am I supposed to compete with these guys? Well, to try and kind of make it a little bit fairer, I've decided to have a few kind of extra prizes. So the grand prize, the top prize, is going to be the drawing, and that's going to be given to who I believe produced the best overall piece. Again, it's not just about technical skill, so it could be someone that's technically not produced something as good as someone else, but they've put more time and effort into it, and I think it's been a better tribute. So, you know, don't count yourselves out if you don't think yourself as particularly creative or, you know, skilled in a particular area. So that'll be the grand prize. Alongside the grand prize, I will also have a runners-up prize, which will be a t-shirt. As you guys know from the previous hangout, I'm big on my t-shirts. So the runners-up will, I will send a t-shirt their way. I said runners-up because there's going to be a third one as well, which I will get to in a second. Yeah, the person in second place will also win a t-shirt, and I will contact them, you know, once I've decided who has won this runners-up prize, and either I will pick something that I like online, so if they give me a game that I've seen a really cool t-shirt for, I will send it their way, or I will try to kind of rustle up something myself. I will try and design something myself and send it their way, and we'll see how that works once I Once I get to the end of the competition, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So the runners-up will win a t-shirt. So one runners-up will win it for the creative thing because they've come second place in the creative stakes. And the third one that I will give away will be at random. And the reason I've done this is just basically so that everyone who has competed has a chance to win. So even if you're, you know, really young and you really don't feel like you could compete in any way, just try something. Just create something, anything that you can show me, and I will pick at random. So obviously the people who haven't won, who aren't either a winner or a runner-up, everyone else who is left in the list, I will do a random draw, I will pick it out the hat, and that person will also get a t-shirt. So I've tried to incentivize everyone watching this video to at least try to compete, because everyone has a chance to win something at the end of it. So that is the competition. I want you guys to get creative and pay tribute to your favorite video games, and I will hopefully pick some winners. So the deadline for this will be next month, and I will put a date exactly, because I'm not sure the exact date I will release this video. I'll put a date in the annotation, probably somewhere around here, maybe above my head if I've got room, and that will be the final closing date. So you guys will have plenty of time if you want to do something a little more different that will take a little bit more time. So remember, like I said, it's not all about the prizes. I want you guys to have had fun doing something creative to pay tribute. So even if you don't win something, hopefully it will still be something fun that you guys have done, and you would have ended up creating something as a result of it. So that is the aim of this competition, and hopefully you guys will enjoy competing, and I expect to see entries from everybody. So a few more little rule regulation type things. I guess one thing that I need to be careful of is kind of plagiarism. So maybe someone can dig deep online and find something that doesn't belong to them and just upload it as if it was their own thing. So how you're going to enter the competition is to send it my way at dansg08@gmail.com, which is one that I've just created recently for this competition, but I'll probably use it just in case. But you guys can still obviously contact me through Twitter and personal messages and all this kind of stuff, so you don't need to use that email for anything other than this competition. What I want is for people to contact me through the Gmail with their entry. So obviously if it's a piece of artwork, you can take a photo of it and you can send it to me, or if it's a video, you can link it to me. If it's a piece of music, again, upload it somewhere and link it to me, etc, etc. But obviously I need to know that this thing has come from you and you haven't either stolen it from someone else or gotten someone else to do it for you, etc, etc. So what I would like is, is for you guys to show me some evidence that it is indeed your own creation. So basically, I'm not quite sure how that would work, but even something as small as if you've drawn something, have write on a piece of paper your YouTube username that you're entering with, and kind of have it in front of it, just so I know that it's something that you have drawn or that you have created, so that at the end of the day you're cheating yourself and you're cheating all of the other people that are competing if you do end up doing something that's not yours. So I'm hoping that you guys play by the rules, you do create something, otherwise that takes all of the fun out of it. But I would like at least a little piece of evidence, so maybe you can show me a work in progress or something like that, and it will also help your chances of winning. I mean, if I see something that looks insanely good from someone that I've never seen in the comments before, then I will have question marks unless I see a work in progress or something like that. So basically you need to prove to me that that the work is indeed yours, and then you'll have a higher chance of winning. So obviously, because I've never done something like this before, I'm not quite sure how it works in terms of do you guys need to get permission from your parents to enter this kind of thing? Obviously if you're younger, maybe under 18, under 16, then you should probably ask your parents if you're allowed to compete, because at the end of the day winners will get something sent to them, so I need your address and all this kind of stuff. So do get permission from your parents if you are of that age and you still want to compete. So that is the competition. I hope you guys will compete. I want to see as many people competing as possible, and for that reason I will leave this video up as my most recent video for a little while, just so that it gets as many views as possible and as many people can see it as possible. So those of you guys watching Final Fantasy X-2, there's not too many of you anyway, but those of you guys that are watching that series, you'll have to wait a little while. I'm still recording, I'm still editing, but I will continue to upload in I'd say a few days after you see this video. So I'll let this stay for maybe 3-4 days so that it can pick up a little bit of steam, and then I will get going with that series once again. Okay, so I think that's all I have to say. You know where to send your entries to. You will have a deadline, and send all your entries in obviously before the deadline, and what I will do is I will select my winners, and I will make a video when I do hit 50,000 subs, which will be in over a month's time, so maybe 5 weeks time, 6 weeks time, and I will make a special video for the 50,000 subs, and I will announce the winners, and you will get to see what I've produced as well. So that is it, that is the competition. I want to see as many entries as possible to make this thing fun. And well, remember, because even though I have 50,000 subscribers, it's not like every single person is following the channel. Maybe even 1% of that 50,000 is, is truly following the channel. So this means that even though it's 50,000 sounds like a big number, you probably actually won't have that much competition. So your chances of winning, I would say, are fairly high. So even if you're not too confident in your own abilities, I would definitely give it a try, even if it is for the random winner that will get picked at random from a hat to win a t-shirt. So yeah, that is it. That is my 50,000 competition. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look forward to your entries. Look forward to seeing who is going to win the vote. It's probably going to be Final Fantasy X, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be a surprise. And I will get to drawing that in, I would say, 2 weeks. So I'll give the vote 2 weeks. We'll see what happens, and I will start drawing whoever has won the vote in 2 weeks' time. And you'll get to see the final product on the 50th anniversary. Wow, that's probably not going to happen. 50,000 subscriber milestone video. Okay, I will see you guys then. Take care. Thanks for watching.